First spring, I was excited about it the whole time I was in track, but all I could think about was football. Really, it's my first love. So it's exciting so far. It's been fun, competitive. I'm just glad I'm back already out on the football field.
You mentioned that the DB competition was pretty good, that you guys were trying to be the best in the country going into spring. Do you feel like that's still probably the case?
Yes, sir. Definitely. I feel like as defensive backs, we compete. We all want to win the Jim Thorpe Award, so we're all gonna push each other, and we're all gonna, claim we're the best. But like if we claim it, we got to go on the field and prove it. So we definitely hold each other accountable to going out there and proving it in every practice, every rep. Just every second.
The young guys like you and Nate, I mean, really took it upon yourself to be leaders, even though you were only freshmen. Now that you don't have a Lamarcus or a T. Brooks anymore, is that now upon you guys, and as well as Tyler Hunter, to be those leaders?
Oh yeah, honestly I don't feel like it's just among one of us. I think all of us. It's our job as all of the defensive backs. We're probably the most experienced group out of the defense, so we should all lead together. Tyler, PJ, Darby, myself, Nate, Nick, Brutus, Keelan. Just all of us. We should all lead ourselves. We've all experienced in game, playing, and I think we can really get this defense going.
What was it like last season for you? I mean, as a true freshman starting game one and being that guy that was pretty much going to start the entire season, did you expect that coming in, or is it kind of getting thrown right into the fire?
I expected high things for myself. I didn't know if it was going to be starting. I was fine with actually, working my way into just nickel packages or dime packages, but I was thrown into the fire early, going into nickel packages and stuff, and then unfortunately PJ had an injury, and I got my opportunity the Pittsburgh game and just made the most out of it and never looked back from there.
Improvement-wise, what's the biggest area, not only for you, but as a DB segment that you want to make from last year to this year?
We really want to, hone in on getting – we want to be not just the only team that has the most interceptions, but we want to be the defensive backfield that has the most interceptions in the nation. We really, hone in on that no-fly zone type thing as defensive backs, and we really think that can be us this year with interception-wise. I mean, everybody knows we can bring the pain and things with our hits, but we really want to do both this year.
So how much did Lamarcus and Terrence, those guys, how much did they help you get adjusted to your first year?
They helped me tremendously. I mean, while I was at cornerback, Joyner, he helped me like more than anybody else. I mean, him and Tyler, they knew all the plays. They helped me with the playbook. And then when I was in the game, Joyner, he could tell I was like, had freshman jitters and a little nervousness. He just told me, this is just playing football. Just go do what you do. He really calmed me down in a lot of instances and let me know it's like this is just football. Just go out there and play. So I got a lot of respect for him, and just watching how he plays the game and the heart he plays with. I mean, I just tried to be like him and play like, with as much heart and emotion as I could. And then T. Brooks, I mean, he helped me so much for when I got pushed back to safety after Tyler's injury. And the Boston College game was a tough game for me against a great running back. But T. Brooks always had confidence in me. He helped me out with everything, all the adjustments, anything that I needed. He helped me with extra film study. And then on the field, he just made sure I was lined up in the right place and basically told me to go play just like Joyner did. So they really had faith in me.
So does it feel different out there?
It definitely feels different because, I mean, we don't have, like, that wild man Joyner out there with all that heart. And then T. Brooks, he's just fun to be with, like, every second. Like, just looking over knowing that I don't have to worry about what's happening over there because they're doing their job. I don't have to worry about it. It's definitely different, but I feel like we have, great athletes and people with skill on our defensive backfield that, can just come into these positions and just be fine with it.
Is there a new wow guy that fills Lamarcus' space? Because he's known to be a pretty vocal guy.
I feel like as a team we're still kind of looking for that a little bit, that verbal leader. But I feel like Tyler can be that. I can be that. PJ. I feel like verbally anyone on the team will really listen to us because when we do say something, we might not say something a lot, but when we say something, I mean it really coming from the heart and we really mean it. So I feel like any of us could fill that spot. But as of right now, I think Tyler Hunter, he just has that passion in him right now that he can just talk and somehow just instantly listen to him.
Not so much being a vocal leader, but communication is so key in the secondary. Has somebody taken Terrence's spot, Lamarcus' spot, is making sure guys are lined up in the right place and everybody's where they need to be?
Like I said, it's not one single person who, has to do that this year. We all know the defense now. We all really focused on it. So we all do that together. Like, as, we don't think of ourselves as, cornerback star dime, safeties. We think of ourselves as just one unit. We can all play every position, and we all know how to line up in every position. So I don't feel like there's one person that can do that. I feel like all of us can do that.
I wanted to ask about Tyler specifically. Have you noticed that he's really enjoying himself being back on the field from the injury?
Yeah, it's a blast being out there with Tyler. I mean, one, because when I'm not at the star position, I'm back there at safety right by Tyler, and just like the same feeling I had with T. Brooks, knowing that the guy next to me, I don't have to worry about anything. I know he's going to do his job, and I know he's going to do it to his utmost ability. I don't worry about anything with Tyler. And just seeing the passion and fun he has with out there, because I mean, you miss it after an injury. I had an injury in high school, and I couldn't play for a year, so I know exactly how he feels. You miss it. You respect the game so much more, and you just want to be out there, and it really shines.
What was your injury?
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say you if you want to ask about the injury. What was your injury?
Oh, I had knee surgery my sophomore year and had to sit out the whole year. So.
Okay. You changed your number from last year to this year. Can you go through the reasoning why?
When I first came in, I was number 7 in high school. That's always been, a number that was important to me because my brother was 6. I always told him I wanted to one-up him and everything, so I was 7 in high school. And then Christian had it, so I couldn't get 7. I just took whatever number I was given, and I was fine with that. 13 is a great number. I like it. But I had a lot of comparisons to Cromartie, saying that I look like Cromartie, and, I mean, that's a great comparison for me. Like, I respect that, but I want to make my own legacy here at Florida State. I don't want to be like, oh, you're just like Cromartie, or, you're just like Dion. I didn't really like those comparisons that much. I want to be my own person. I just want to be Jalen Ramsey. So I wanted to switch my numbers from the beginning, but I didn't know if I wanted to switch to back to 7 for high school or 8. And one day I talked to Timmy about it, and he said, get that 8. And so, Timmy said, get the 8, so I'll get the 8.
When someone tells you, though, to be the next Dion or be the next whoever, you kind of politely just nod, or you say, or do you tell them that, no, you're here to build your own legacy?
Oh, no. People joke about it, like teammates still joke about it, like Lil Dion or something like that, and I'm just like, y'all chill out. It's an honor. Deion Sanders, Cromartie, that's great, but like I said, I just want to build my own legacy. I just want to be Jalen Ramsey, want to be known. I want to have one of those, highlighted jerseys in the locker room one day.
I will have one. Sorry, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
How important is it with Coach Kelly being promoted and there's not a lot of changes where, if you had a new coordinator come in and there's a lot of changes, you guys know what's going on, they know the personnel? Exactly.
Coach Kelly, he's been great ever since he came in. He really helps us. Excuse me. Nothing's really changed. He's going along with things that we know, we learn. He's using kind of the same terminologies and things like that. He's learning and we're learning. Like, we're learning together. It's not like we're having to learn something completely different or he's having to adjust completely differently. We're learning together, and our meetings are just like clicking, so everybody's, fine with the adjustments, and the on-field stuff is really the same. He just really lets us play, let us do our thing, really.
When I see him out there, I don't see him yelling. Like, if he wants something to be taught, he comes out there, and I see the hand moves. He's really demonstrating what he wants. Does that help?
That helps a lot. He's not a yelling coach. There's a way to get through players. Different players react to different coaching, but he comes out there and he, one-on-ones with us. Like, hey, this is what you can do better. This is what you did good. Let us know, like, how we can improve and continue to do some things that we do that keep us successful. So I really love his coaching style.
You said he wants you to tell him, so there's a lot of communication?
There's a lot of communication. He lets us know, and we let him know. We respect each other's, thoughts and opinions on how things going on the field. And then when we get to the film room, we just look it all over, and he's like, yeah, you're right, or we're like, yeah, you're right. So it's just been clicking since day one.
Jalen, is it good to have a coaching staff here with football that lets you run track, lets you do other passions that you have that I guess maybe not every football coaching staff in the country would let you do another sport?
Exactly. That was a big factor for me actually coming to Florida State. I had the opportunity to play both sports. I really do love track. Football will always be my first love, but I feel like, God gave me those abilities to track. I don't want to waste something that God gave to me. So, and especially if I can go help out, the Noles on the track too, win some more championships, get some more rings on my finger, I'm all for it.
One more question. Fisher's talked a lot about you switching over into the nickel spot left behind by Joyner. What type of adjustment is that for you going into the season?
It's really not an adjustment for me. I have to learn a few things technique-wise that I didn't know the star position had to do. But last year when I got moved from corner to safety, I never knew like if I was gonna have to move back or if another injury could have happened. I would have had to move into the nickel or dime spot. So as I learned the safety spot last year, along with knowing the corner spot, I also learned the dime spot and the star spot. So I really made sure I knew all the defensive back spots last year. And then as we're going over it right now during the spring, it's just kind of a review to me, and I'm learning some of the techniques on the field since I never actually played that position until now.
Do you like the added physicality, being able to put some out?
Oh yeah, I love that spot. I mean, you know, as you can probably see through my tape, I love getting physical. Like I'm a physical person, so being up closer to the line in the box, being able to run fit a little bit more, make more tackles, and be real physical, I like it.